Castle Street. A seeking transportation, a young man I did meet. They said his name was Cosgrove, some called him Desperate Dan, for he risked his life 10 times a day as a Falls Road taxi man. Well, I put 2 bob into his hand, I climbed inside the car. Well, that was all they charged us for travelling near or far. With 14 other passengers, we made a noble band as we set out from Sawyers with the Falls Road taxi man. On board an expectant mother with not too long to wait, we hit the ramps at Hastings Street. I knew it was too late, but Cosgrove, he was smiling with a baby in his hand. We've just delivered a rebel boy, cried the Falls Road taxi man. Well, when we got to Divis Street, he said, now bar your door. The 12 apostles in the back, you'd better get on the floor. For an armoured car was across the road, he said, we'll have to ram. With my bumper stole from Maggie's, cried the Falls Road taxi man. Well, when we reached the White Rock Road, on the floor we had to lie. The tracer bullets from the tanks, they were lighting up the sky. Well, above the din, a man called out, oh, please stop if you can. You'll have to use your parachute, cried the Falls Road taxi man. Well, when we got to Kennedy Way, the night was growing dark. We dropped another passenger just outside Casement Park. There was a riot going on, we upset the soldiers' plan. Oh, we've just ran over the Major, cried the Falls Road taxi man. We reached our destination just west of Lenadoon. We knew that we would all be safe in God's own country soon, where the cops did not adventure and where the paratroops ran. So we all shook hands and said farewell to the Falls Road taxi man.
It was 4 o'clock in the morning when they dragged him from his bed. They dragged him to their lorry and not a word they said. They brought him to the barrier to break his mind and body in many awful ways. He lies behind a barbed wire fence, a concentration camp. He's guarded there by men and dogs, a foreign country sent. No, dear George, you tried him, of no crime he is accused. How long they'll hold him prisoner, to tell me they've refused. Each time I make the journey to the place where he is held by rough hands of foreign soldiers, to the search I am compelled. I watch him growing weaker, his strength fades every day. To free him and his brothers, we'll have to find a way. I watch the politicians as they use him like a pawn, furthering their own careers. How long must it go on? I've come to know his jailers, and I know what must be done. For the only voice they'll listen to is from behind a gun.
Well, good evening, friends. It's good to be back in the good old USA, where they make damn sure to keep all their wars thousands of miles away. For I've just been across the ocean to see my family home, and after what I saw there, I never more will roam. Oh, give me a home where the panthers roam and the weatherman so free. Take a walk in the dark around Central Park, it does not bother me. Turn the country into whatever you do, I will stay right where I am. For I do not want another trip to England's Vietnam. When we arrived at Elder Grove, that's where the planes do go. And it used to be Nuts Corner, why they changed it, I just don't know. I was wearing an army jacket from Vietnam it came, and a soldier stuck his gun in my ribs and he says, I know your game. Oh, where is your black beret? Cried, and your hurley stick as well. I hit him with my camera, and like a stone he fell. Then I called for a policeman to take his poor man away, saying this could never happen in the good old USA. Oh, give me a home where the panthers roam and the weatherman so free. Take a walk in the dark around Central Park, it does not bother me. Turn the country into whatever you do, I will stay right where I am. For I do not want another trip to England, Vietnam. The policeman grabbed me by the arm, saying, come along with me. For I can tell by the gleam in your eye that you hate democracy. You're a Trotskyist from the Kremlin, you're a Vatican anarchist spy. You're a communist from China, coming from the FBI. Well, you know that I had to leave there, I will tell you what I done. I slipped $5 in his hand and I began to run. Then walked the streets of Belfast from the New Lodge to the Falls, watching the rubber bullets go a-bouncing off the walls. Oh, give me a home where the panthers roam and the weatherman so free. Take a walk in the dark around Central Park, it does not bother me. Turn the country into, but whatever you do, I will stay right where I am. For I do not want another trip to England, Vietnam. Deep in the jungle near Carryduff, we came to a clearing, and sure enough, there it was, Tutankhamun's hidden tomb, Stormount. We found an ancient statue at the gate, Tutankhamun himself, all full of hate. We wandered up that concrete road where the winds of change had long since blown. We could tell by the bullet holes in the door the assembly in there wasn't meeting no more. We walked across that great big room. In the middle of the chamber was the Pharaoh's tomb. On a Sir Lord carpet 3 feet deep, his possessions were piled in a great big heap. You'd never believe what we did find. There were stocks and shares of every kind. A bulletproof vest made of solid jade, a personal gift that Whitelaw made. But as we opened up the top, holy God, says I, for what got a shock. He was wearing a bowler hat made of solid gold, a twist on his lips, but his feet were cold. Up on the wall was the mummy's curse. Here lies Pharaoh Faulkner, one of the worst. The foreign speculators pride they were making a fortune till he died. Overthrown by the people in 71 AD, after the demonstration. Those hieroglyphics on the wall told the story of the big downfall. Every year when the 12th did come, they put on a sash and beat a lambeg drum. Remember 1690 were the cries, the last time the workers in Belfast got a rise. For 50 years they'd had their fun, till Stormont fell in 71. They tried again in 73, but the people said no, we want to be free, and they made it. We'd solved the mystery of that ancient race, drowned like Atlantis without a trace. The answer there was plain to see, one land that enslaves another, themselves can never be free. Streets of the city, out of the darkness came a man, dressed in a dark green battle jacket, with a carbine in his hand. He came to organize the people, told them do not be afraid. If working people stick together, we must win, that's what he said. He wandered through the streets of Belfast, there was a big price on his head. He organized and he taught the people, never 2 nights in one place dead. Internment came, but they did not take him. Go to the south, his good friend said. Our days of running, they are over. We'll fight at the barricades instead. Then came the night that I will remember, came the night of the market's raid, when 2 sides of the people's army stood together unafraid. With a small band of his comrades, a regiment he held at bay. All night he fought along the rooftop, that his men they might get away. Down by Joy Street he was walking, the special branch had laid their plan. Soldiers shot him down unarmed, God, they feared that brave young man. They murdered Joe down in the market, the people's friend was lying dead. We'll not forget the words he told us, organize was what he said. Well,
you heard the story that is going round today? For me good mate Paddy Riley up and joined the IRA, and he's off with a rifle in his hand and he's fighting with the gallant band. They're fighting for the freedom of the people. He wears no fancy uniform, he learnt no clever drill, but he trained with his rifle and he uses it to kill. And he moves the cunning of a fox and he's firing lead, no longer rocks. Well, here's to the men like Paddy Riley. He used to work on a building site, he was shop steward there. Now there's a ban on overtime, so he's got time to spare. And so he's learned a different trade, and when the army make a raid, they have to face the men like Paddy Riley. He doesn't care who fought for what at the Battle of the Boyne, but he knows what it's like to live on the full road and Ardoyne. For religion's not his cup of tea, but he's got that thing about liberty. Fighting now for freedom, Paddy Riley. For liberals and moderates, he does not give a straw. They let us rot for 50 years and said now keep the law. They say now wait another 100 years and help to allay those right-wing fears. Crawl back in your gutter, Paddy Riley. But Paddy now is off his knees and standing on his feet, and the people there behind him wave an empire's winding sheet. For dodging among the tanks and cars, he whiles away the nighttime hours, planting bombs for freedom, Paddy Riley.
I've lived